Good day, everyone. So today, let us tackle the globalization of religion, which is the lesson 6. So before anything else, let us differentiate the difference between globalism and religion. So, the two beliefs are grammatically opposed. While religion is concerned with the sacred, globalism is preoccupied with material gain. Globalism follows human-made laws while religion follows heavenly precepts. So ang globalization or ang globalism is nagfollow sa mga human-made laws and much more concerned to material gains, while the religion on the other hand follows heavenly precepts and also mga sacreds. So say for example ang sa globalization nagfollow og mga republic acts, and then sa religion nagfollow sila like for example mga 10 commandments. The next one is religion assumes that there is the possibility of communication between humans and the transcendence. This bond between the humans and the transcendence gives the latter considerable social authority. Furthermore, God, Allah, or Yahweh defines and judges moral behaviors. The measure of globalism, on the other hand, is how much human action may lead to the highest level of the material satisfaction as well as knowledge that this new position provides. So ang mga globalism ng mga tao kanang mas nag-focus sila sa material gains and unsaon pag-improve, how to make more money and how to improve their business and anything else rather than concerning about sa mga sacreds and souls or transcendence. The next one is that religious people are less concerned with wealth and all that comes along with higher social status. They are ascetics precisely because they shun anything material for complete simplicity, from their domain to the clothes they wear, the food they eat, and even the manner in which they talk. So, ang mga religious people are less concerned sa mga material gains or sa kanang mga materialistic na mga butang. Say, for example, kanang mga socio-economic status nila, kung naba sila sa high class, sa low class, and anything else. Sa mga gamit nga na sila, o nakasabay ba sila sa trending. Wala sila pakiana. Ang ilaha lang is kanang imuhang batasan, and murag kanang satisfied na sila or kanang nagsettle na sila sa kanang okay na ni basta na ay makaon, okay na ni basta na ay masuot. And also ginalimit nila ang the way sila magstorya sa mga tao, kay kung nasa ilang mindset nga if magkamali sa nagstorya or kanang mga bad words or kanang mamakak sila is kanang na sa ila murag sala na sa langit, dili na sila makatog langit. A religious person also is their main duty is to live a virtuous life, sinless life, such that when he or she dies, he or she is assured of a place in the other world. So, ang mga religious persons pod is kanang sila, kanang gusto nilang mabuhi or ang goal nila is to live a sinless life, which is dili siya dili jud siya ingon nga totally ma-reach jud nimo kay tanan tawo na adyoy sala, so dili nila ma-reach ang kanang sinless life. But gina-try dya po nila sa mga religious person, gina-try dya po nila nga magpuyo sa sinless life, which is kanang dili dyan sila makabuhat og mali. And then, such that, kung so buhato nila ang kanang magpuyo bitaw nga walay sala, kay para sa ilang una-una, para inig mamatay sila, naa na sila lugar sa langit. So, di ba kay dapat ang mga buutan, malangit man jud daw, tapos ang mga is sa imperno. Globalism, on the other hand, are less concerned about his or her or whether they will spend eternity in hell or heaven. Their abilities are more mundane as they attempt to complete trade deals, increase private sector profits. So, ang mga globalist or kanang mga globalism is less concerned whether asa sila mapadulong inig mamatay sila, whether gusto sila magpuyo sa hell or sa heaven. So I have advertisement So, ang kuan man god sa una, nami silingan nga kanang born again ang religion. And then, ako sa una is kanang dili man tantong maldita siguro, basta ingana, anang mutubagod, mga ingana. And then, ang kanang born again, na siya anak or ate na ko 1 year. And then, close kay me, tas nagaadto ko sa ilahang balay, dayon, ginachika sa ko, kanang ginadisiplina ko sa ilang balay, nang gina-stories ako nga, manday ka gusto magpuyo inig ko, aninig mamatay ka gusto ka makuan ka, maabot ka sa imperno, which is eternal na ka dito, eternity na wala na kay kamatayan dito, kung dito na ka, dito na jud ka. And also, if kanang putlon imong kamot, magagwanta na ka sa kasakit, dili na ka mamatay. Susugod ato, murag nang ulba ko, nga kanang, mura bitaw, gunahadlo ko nga, makasulay na mo to, change akong attitude na ko, sa while nag-develop ko hangtod sa nagdako ko. So, moro to akong advertise. So, balik ta. Ang globalism is less concerned whether they will live their eternal life sa hell or sa heaven. And ilang gina-focus is to complete trade deals and improve or increase their profits sa ilang mga kwarta. So, ang focus sa aning globalism is kwarta. Now, let us summarize all the difference between the globalization and religion. So, diri nga side is ang religion, and then diri nga side is ang globalization. So, let us first discuss the characteristics of a religious person. Ang religious person is nag-follow sila og mga heavenly precepts, like mga 10 commandments, and also, ang ilahang goal is to live a sinless and virtuous life in which, if mamatay na sila, assured na sila nga na sila lugar sa langit. And also, less concerned or kanang dili sila concerned or kanang dili kayo concerned ang mga religious person about their socio-economic status, whether they live in a high class, low class, or middle class. Tapos, ang goal po sa religious person is to be a saint. And then, diri sa globalization, is ang ilang mga gina-follow is mga human-made laws. Kana mga tao ray gabuhat ng mga batas. Say, for example, sa mga Republic Acts. And then, also, dili concerned or kanang dili kayo sila concerned ang mga globalist dili concerned sa kanang whether they live eternity in hell or heaven. And also, ang mas concern nila or ang goal nila is to live ganang mas successful ang nilang business, mas successful sila as a business person or businessman or woman, and tapos ma-improve or ma-develop or ma-increase ang ilang profits kanang kwarta nila. But lastly, finally, the globalization and the religion collides. Kay syempre, mag-collide yun na sila kay ang same na biya sila. Ang globalization mag-expand, ang religion mag-expand. Pero ang ilang kalahian is lahi-lahi ang ilang ginaspread. Ang globalization, ang ilang ginaspread is ang mga pangkuan sa itong ekonomiya, kanang mga trades, mga products. And then, ang religion, ang ilang ginaspread is kanang mga words of God. But, lastly, sa kanang kuan na jud, final na jud, is nag-collide sila kay pareha man sila nga kanang mag-expand, in which kuan jud siya sa globalization ang religion kay kuan naman po kanang mag-extend, mag-expand, mag-spread ra Japon, pero lahi ang ginaspread dili mga products, kundili ang mga words of God. But maolagi na, kuan na siya, nag-spread na siya, and then, wala to, globalization of religion.
Hello everyone, my topic for today is all about the religion for and against globalization. Religious movements use religion to resist globalization, but two old world faiths, which is the Christianity and Islam, view it as an opportunity to expand their presence. So, religious movements, they fight against globalization because they view globalization as a danger for their beliefs and culture. However, Christianity and Islam see globalization as their opportunity to expand their presence to people. Next is, religion helps communities cope with their new environment and organizes people to resist this fundamental change. It provides moral standards that address issues such as health, social conflict, and personal happiness. So, they helps communities adapt to changes in their environment by offering support and guidance. And they also provides moral standards that help people deal with challenges related to health, social conflicts, and personal well-being. Religious is a proactive force that provides communities with a fresh and robust basis of identity, rather than a regressive force that holds or slows down globalization. Religious fundamentalism uses modern means of communication and organization associated with economic transformation, such as fast long distance transport and English as a global vernacular. So, it means that religion can serve as a dynamic force that helps communities build a strong sense of identity in the face of globalization. So rather than fighting changes, many religious groups use modern technology to spread their presence, like for example the travel and English English language, to spread their beliefs and connect with others globally. However, conflicts with globalist ideology do not guarantee that their conflicts will go away. Some Muslims see globalization as a Trojan horse or hiding followers or Western principles, while the World Council of Churches, Catholic Church, and Lutheran World Federation condemn. Advocates to reverse an economic globalization gained the attention of globalist institutions such as the World Bank in 1988. Conflicts with globalization continue despite pushbacks. Some Muslims see it as a Trojan horse, or it is believing it hides Western values. So, religious groups like the World Council of Churches and the Catholic Church speak out against the harm caused by the economic globalization. Efforts to change or limit globalization have caught the attention of major organizations like the World Bank, showing that these concerns are still relevant.
Good day everyone. So I will discuss the conclusion of our assigned topic. So I will read the first paragraph. Okay. For a phenomenon that is about everything, it is odd that globalization is said to have very little to do with religion. As a Peter Bayer and Laurie Beeman observe, religious, it seems, is somehow outside looking at globalization as a problem or potential. One reason for this perspective is the association of globalization with modernization, which is a concept of progress that is based on science, technology, reason, and law. With reason, one will have to look elsewhere than moral discourse for thinking about economic globalization and religion. So, religion being a belief system that cannot be empirically proven is anathema to modernization. The thesis that modernization will erode religious practice is often called secularization theory. So, the paragraph discussed the perceived disconnect between globalization and religion. So, it points out that while globalization impacts many areas of life, religion is often viewed as a separate or irrelevant to this process. So, according kay Peter Bayer and Laurie Beeman, they suggest that this might stem from the association of globalization with modernization, which emphasize science, technology, and rational, moral, or religious consideration. While ang modernization is often seen as a progressive force that leads to the decline of religion, a view known as a secularization theory. So this theory argues that as societies modernize, religious belief and practice diminish because they cannot be empirically validated like scientific principles. Consequently, religion is often sidelined in discussion about globalization, seen as incompatible with the rational, progressive ideals that modernization represent. So, the second paragraph, Historians, political scientists, and philosophers have now debunked much of the secularization theory. Samuel Huntington, one of the strongest defenders of globalization, admits in his book, The Class of Civilization, that civilization can be held together by religious worldviews. This belief is hardly new as far back as the 15th century. Jesuits and Dominicans used religion as an ideological armature to legitimize the Spanish Empire. Finally, one of the greatest sociologists of all time, Max Weber, also observed the correlation between religion and capitalism as an economic system. Calvinism, a branch of Protestantism, believed that God had already decided who would and would not be saved. Calvinists therefore made it their mission to search for close as their faith and in their pursuit. They redefined the meaning of prophet and its acquisition. This inner worldly asceticism, as we were referred to this Protestant ethic, contributed to the rise of modern capitalism. So, second paragraph discuss how contemporary scholars have challenged the idea that secularization of the decline of religious influence is a universal trend. So, it highlights Samuel Huntington's recognition of religion rule in uniting civilization, contradicting secularization theory. So the text references historical examples such as the Jesuits and Dominicans using religion to justify the Spanish Empire, and it cites Max Weber who linked religion to economic system. So specifically, Weber noted that Calvinism influenced the development of capitalism by encouraging a focus on profit as a sign of divine favor. So, a concept he termed inner worldly as asceticism. So, they suggest that religion has played a significant role in shaping social and economic structures throughout history. So, third paragraph, religious persons were able to defend their political participation using moral consideration. For example, the Spaniards occupied the Americas and the Philippines in the name of Spanish king and God, for empire comes from God alone. Then more than 300 years later, American President William McKinley stated that after a night of prayer and soul searching, he had concluded that it was the duty of the United States to educate the Filipinos and uplift and civilize the Christianize them. And by God's grace, to the very best we called by them. Finally, as explained earlier, religious leaders have used religion to wield influence in the political arena, either as outsider criticizing the pitfalls of pro-globalization regimes or integral members of coalition who play key roles in policy decision making and implementation of government projects. So, ang third paragraph, nagdiscuss siya how religious individuals and leaders justify political involvement through moral reasoning. So, it highlights historical examples such as Spanish colonization of Americans and Philippines, which was framed as a divine mission, asserting that their actions were sanctioned by God. Similarly, President McKinley expressed that the U.S. had a moral obligation to educate and Christianize Filipinos after prayer and reflection. So, also notes that religious leaders can influence politics both by critiquing globalization policies and by being active participants in political coalition that shape government decision. So overall, it emphasized the intersection of religion and politics, showing how moral arguments are used to validate political action. So the last paragraph, in short, religions are relatively changeable despite their unchanging features. The warnings of perdition. Hell is a real place prepared by Allah for those who do not believe in Him, rebel against His laws, and reject His messengers. The promises of salvation, but our citizenship is in heaven. Under mandatory pilgrimage, the visit of Bethlehem or Mecca, they have shown to be extremely resilient, that they have outlasted secular ideologies. Communism, as a result, globalists have no choice but to acknowledge that religion is here to stay. So, ang last paragraph kay, they suggest that while religious have certain core values and practice that remain constant, like warning about hell, promises of salvation, and required pilgrimage, they are also adaptable and change over time. It argued that despite facing challenges from secular ideologies such as communism, religions have proven to be resilient and enduring. Consequently, globalists must recognize that religion will continue to be a significant force in society. So, that's all. Thank you.